In this video, we're talking about note duration, so counting the rhythms. We already spoke a little bit about the time signature, but how do you actually count notes and rhythms within the time signature? So first, we have an example, number 1. Notice that we are in common time or 4/4 time. So again, 4/4 time or common time, they're the same, 4/4. We can think of as 4 quarter notes in every measure. So we've got 4 quarter notes in every measure. The quarter note receives 1 beat or 1 click from the metronome. So we're gonna practice clapping these rhythms here. So we have words that we can say. We use a lot of words in Suzuki. Ta, 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 ah. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ah. Ta, ah. And then we can count the rhythm. When we're counting the rhythm, we're counting the beat in the measure. So again, 4/4 time, 4 quarter notes in every measure, we're counting the quarter notes in each measure. Here's a quarter note. Here's the second quarter note. The third and fourth quarter notes are contained in with this half note. A half note gets 2 beats. So this is worth 2 half notes. It's the same length of time. We just want that time to be counted together, to blend together. So we don't want to hear a separate sound for quarter notes 3 and 4. We want a long sound. You have your ta, 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 ah, and to beat 4. Okay, so we're going to practice clapping these rhythms. Okay, and we're going to use the metronome. The metronome keeps a steady beat. So the metronome does not change the speed. It's the same consistent speed all the way through. And for these exercises, I'd like to put my metronome on 72. Okay, so first I'm going to point and show you the rhythms. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ah. Or we can count the beats, the quarter notes in the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to clap this. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or ta, ta, ta. Okay, on the violin, this is easier to hear because we're sustaining this. We're making the bow go longer on the half note. Okay, let's look at the next one. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Or we can count the beats of the measure. These 2 eighth notes fit into a quarter note. They fit into 1 beat. So we're going to say and. I'm going to use a little plus sign to fill that in. So I have to say something here, even though the metronome is going to click only on the 1. And then here as well, it's only going to click on the 4, but I'm going to quickly play another note before the metronome beats on 1 again. Okay, so watch. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. You can hear me saying 1 and the metronome clicking at the same time. You don't hear the metronome click while I'm saying and. You hear the metronome click on the 2 and the 3. You hear the metronome click on the 4, but I quickly say and before the metronome clicks again for 1. Okay, listen again. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, let's clap it. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Or with the numbers, ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, the last example are 2 half notes. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I like to draw a line connecting the half notes so we know that these beats are connected together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or with the words ta, ta. Okay, so we'll clap it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or ta, ta. All right. Here we're showing that these different groups, these different types of notes are all equal to 1 beat. They all occupy 1 beat. So you have your quarter note. This is 1 click from the metronome. 1, 1, 1, 1. We've got 2/8 notes. That's the equivalent of a single beat, a quarter note, right? Because I can play 2/8 notes if I go fast enough in the time that it takes me to count one quarter note or play one quarter note. Okay, so I have 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and with the metronome clicking on the numbered beat, the 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. So I can beat with the metronome in my hand. These are quarter notes, and then I can move my pencil in eighth notes. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. So you can see the eighth notes are faster. 4/16 notes are the equivalent of 2/8 notes or 1 quarter note. The way I write the counting is 1 E and A. Okay, the metronome clicks on the numbered beat 1 E and, or 1 E and a, 1 E and a, 1 E and a, 1 E and a. You can hear it's much faster. 1 E and a, 1 E and a, because I have to put all 4 sounds in one click from the metronome. So the metronome's going like this. But the 16th notes go 1 E and a, 1 E and a, 1 E and a, 1 E and a. You can see the difference. Okay, let's look at number 2. So the rhythm is being counted on the bottom here, and we have some words on the top. I'm going to go through each measure 3 times, starting with the words and then the numbers. Okay, ready, go. Ta, ah, ta, 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 ah, ta, 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 ta. Okay, and then the rhythm, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. The 1 and the 2 being connected together because we have this half note that continues. Okay, so now I'm going to clap this rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ah, ta, 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 ah, ta, ta, ta. Okay, and now I'm going to clap it with the counting. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, next measure. I'm going to go ahead and write in the and for the 8th notes. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, now with the numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. And I'm going to clap it with the ta-ahs and the numbers. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Or the numbers. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, the last set, I'm going to write in and connect here. Remember, this is a long half note. Okay, words first. 1, 2, ready, go. Taka, taka, ta, 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 ah. Taka, taka, ta, 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 ah. Taka, taka, ta, 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 ah. Okay, with the numbers, ready, go. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. Okay. Now, right down here, it says if you found this difficult, you can practice the following first. You can just practice straight quarter notes, a combination of quarter and 8th notes, and then take out this rhythm. So what we're doing is we're kind of pulling out the rhythms to make them a little bit shorter, a little bit easier, okay? All right, and then on the bottom we have something called a rest, and a rest is the silence or a pause, and it has the same value. We're not just randomly deciding when to come back in, it's the same value as the note. So each note that you have like this has the equivalent rest. Right here we have a quarter rest. It looks like a lightning bolt, and it is the same length of time as this quarter note. So for the quarter note, we're making sound for the duration of 1 beat. For the quarter rest, we're waiting for the duration of 1 beat. Moving on. At the top of the page, we have number 3. Okay. So now we've introduced the rests. Okay, we'll practice clapping the rest. Okay. Notice we have a word for the quarter notes, but there's nothing here. So we were just waiting. It's just silence for that third beat. Okay. All right, let's put our metronome back on. I'm going to start with the words. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Now with the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I'm counting rests, I usually say the number softly for the rest. You can also say it in your head, but it's hard to gauge whether your child is actually counting or not if you don't hear them. All right, the next measure. Ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, following measure. Ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was common time or 4/4 time. We had 4 quarter notes in every measure. Now notice here the time signature has changed. We have 2 quarter notes in every measure. So we're going to count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or we're going to count ta, 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 ta. Okay, and then here we have the quarter note, a rest, and an 8th note. So quickly before we do this, let's go over that. The 8th rest looks like this, looks like a fancy number 7, and that is the correspondent or equivalent to the 8th note. Now the 8th note is half as long as the quarter note, and that's where we're saying the word and. So in the previous exercise, you saw 8th notes like this, where they had the beam that connected them. This is just a single 8th note. Okay. So we're gonna count this measure. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're gonna try this one. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. Okay, so a rest can fall on a big beat right here. Okay, we can hear the metronome here to here. But what I'm trying to do is squeeze this 8th note, that's the and right here, where we mark it as a plus sign. We're trying to squeeze that in before the metronome clicks again. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. Now we have the and here because we can also think of the and, or the other 8th note, the other half of this one. So we can kind of like make a little ghosty 8th note, okay? So we could fit one in there, but when we count all of the 8th rest, it helps us from rushing. We call it subdividing. We're taking the smallest unit of rhythm in that measure and thinking that way while we're counting, like 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So if I clap this, I'm gonna clap 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So I'm not actually clapping on the subdivided notes, but I'm counting them to make sure that I don't miss them. It's a placeholder, if you will. Okay, so let's go back and clap number 3. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then with the tas, ta, 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 ta. Notice for the rest, I open my hands. Okay, let's clap these 2 measures. They each have repeats, so we'll clap them twice. Starting with the numbers. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's try clapping this measure. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, now let's go back for the tas. This one. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. This measure. Ready, go. Ta, ta. Whoa, let me try that again. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay. One thing to note, counting rhythms, either in your head or aloud, the numbers or words, mostly the numbers, and also playing the rhythms at the same time are very difficult with people who have dyslexia. So if you have a student that is having difficulty counting the numbers while they're playing, it's very helpful to switch to words or syllables like this so that their brain is not trying to process counting up a number line at the same time as the rhythm, okay? So just a little fun fact, people with dyslexia have a very hard time keeping a steady beat and counting numbers while they play rhythms. Thanks for watching.